Today we're doing lesson 10.5, metric measures. So last week we were working on customary unit measurement. This week we're working on metric. Okay, so the real world problem, using a map, Alex estimates the distance between his house and his grandparents' house to be about 15,000 meters. About how many kilometers away from his grandparents' house does Alex live? So underline the sentence that tells you what you are trying to find. So you're trying to find about how many kilometers away from his grandparents' house does Alex live. Circle the measurement you need to convert. We need to convert this, so 15,000 meters to kilometers. The metric system is based on place value. Each unit is related to the next largest or next smallest unit by a power of 10. So we are starting out in meters and we want to go to kilometers. So find the relationship between the units. Meters are 3, because 1, 2, 3 powers of 10 smaller than kilometers. There are 1,000 meters in 1 kilometer. Next step is to determine the operation to be used. I am converting from a smaller unit to a larger unit, so I will divide. So number 3, or step 3, is to convert. So number of meters, we got 15,000. We're dividing that by the number of meters in a kilometer, which is 1,000. Remember that if they both have zeros on them, when we divide them, we're just getting rid of the same number of zeros. So it'd just be like 15 divided by 1, which is 15. So Alex's house is 15 kilometers from his grandparents' house. Another way, use a diagram. So Jamie made a bracelet 1 8/10 decimeters long. How many millimeters long is Jamie's bracelet? So our first step is to show 1.8 decimeters, which it already does. Since the unit is decimeters, place the decimal point so the decimeters are the whole number unit. Step number 2, convert. Cross out the decimal and rewrite it so that millimeters will be the whole number. Write zeros to the left of the decimal point as needed to complete the whole number. So in order for it to be a whole number for millimeters, we would have the decimal right here. We'd have to fill in that with a 0. So record the value with a new unit. 1 8/10 decimeter is equal to 180 millimeters. So Jamie's bracelet is 180 millimeters long. So you are doing, try this. Complete the equation to show the conversion. So part A, convert 247 milligrams to centigrams, decigrams, and grams. Are the units being converted to a larger unit or a smaller unit? In this case, it is larger. Therefore, since you are doing that, then you are going to divide. So 247 divided by 10, it's just like moving this and getting it smaller. So now it is 24.7 centigrams. And then and 247 milligrams divided by 100 would be just 2 spots over because we have 2 zeros. So 1, 2. So it's 2.47 decigrams. And then 247 divided by 1,000 is 3 spots over. So we got 1, 2, 3. So we have 0.247 grams. Part B, convert 3.9 hectoliters to decaliters, liters, and deciliters. Are the units being converted to a larger unit or a smaller unit? Being converted to a smaller unit. Should you multiply or divide by powers of 10 to convert? Should multiply. So this time we're just going the opposite direction. So with division, we were going to the left with the decimal. With multiplication, we're going to the right. So the decimal point starts out here. So if we're going to multiply it by 10, then it's just going to move over 1 spot. So that means that 3.9 hectoliters is equal to 39 decaliters. Okay, when we multiply 3.9 hectoliters by 100 to get the liters, we're going to move it over 2 spots. We're going to have to put a 0 in this time. So it's going to be 390 liters. And this time we're moving it over 3 times because we're multiplying by 1,000. So it'll be 3,900. Now you're going on to your own. So for numbers 1 and 2, you're going to complete the equation to show the conversion. For numbers 3, 4, and 5, you're going to convert. So for example, number 3, centimeters to meters. Then you're going to come down to 12, 13, and 14. You're going to compare and write less than, greater than, or equal to. Remember that you're going to have to convert one or the other in order to compare. It's a lot like having common denominator. Okay, and then on the back side we have 15 and 20. So 15, Kelly made 1 batch of peanut and pretzel snack mix. How many grams does she need to add to the snack mix to make 2 kilograms? Remember that there is a table over here. Number 20, Monica has 426 millimeters of fabric. How many centimeters of fabric does Monica have?